Hello everyone, my name is Kasaya. I am a tarot reader and I am here to provide you with a timeless collective message. So if you have found yourself here, you may find some messages here for you. However, if it does not fit, do not force it. Take only what resonates and leave the rest, alright? Alright, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Here. Hopefully the lighting's okay. I know the sun's beating down on this side of my face, but um, this is the only place I could find to prop my phone out here, so I hope it works. Alright, Spirit. Apologies ahead of time if you randomly see a tick crawling on me before I catch it. Apologies. Don't want to give you the heebie jeebies, but. Alright, Spirit. What messages do we have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time, Spirit? Ooh, we have a flyer. Ooh, okay. We have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So, this is clearly going to be a love reading here. I don't do them often. There's even some times where it could be a love reading, and I'm like, I find a way to make it a personal growth reading. But this is very clearly a love reading here. We have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm going to hit one personal angle, and then I'll go into a love reading for you guys. But in the personal angle, this could be that you are daydreaming. You are daydreaming quite a bit about connection. You are daydreaming about friendship. You're daydreaming about romantic partnership. You're imagining. It seems like there's some sort of ideal that you are creating within your head of like soul friendships or soul romantic partnerships, connection. Okay, there's some sort of ideal that you are creating, crafting, you're imagining, daydreaming, something of that sort. It's like brainstorming brainstorming upon what you feel emotionally fulfilled by, or what you would feel emotionally fulfilled by, or what you would feel like is reciprocity in a connection, or yeah. Okay, so that's the growth angle. That's the self-growth angle. But as a love reading, it does seem that there is some sort of offer coming in from another person, male, female, non-binary, what have you. It does seem like there is some sort of romantic offer being made here, some sort of genuine offer for connection, or for vulnerability, or for honesty, for feelings to be expressed here. There is romantic feelings to be expressed here with the Two of Cups. And then the Two of Cups is a connection that is soul level. It's deep, okay? Romantic, platonic, however, it's going to be in one of those areas. We'll get further into it, but there is love here, and it's soulmate. It's something that has a depth to it. It has a pull to it. It's not surface level. There's a vibe to it, right? That there's something more, right? There's something about a dreaminess here. I'm picking up like a lot of Pisces influence. So maybe you have a lot of Pisces in your chart, or you have a Pisces placement that's being highly aspected right now. Something to do with transit. With the Four of Swords, yeah. So this is further clarifying that you have been daydreaming, reflecting upon what idealistically you would like to see yourself within when it comes to friendships and when it comes to romantic relationships. There's definitely a lot of like thinking about what would feel most aligned, most in tune, most emotionally safe and emotionally fulfilling and emotionally receptive, reciprocal, mutual. All right, we have the Fool card. All right, you're taking on some sort of new adventure. You're taking on some sort of new adventure here, uh, new project, new perspective. It could just be a practical new approach to life. Okay, you're starting out on something new. There is something new that is open for you here. You're maybe seeing connections in a different way as well. It does seem like whatever this opportunity is for connection, whatever this offer for connection, for vulnerability, for truth, for honesty, for expressing feelings is, it's something that's new, either that it hasn't been done before by you or another person, or this is a new connection entering your life. Can I get more information on this Knight of Cups, please? The Judgment card. The Judgment card and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so there could be something here about a past connection. Now, this isn't going to be for all of you, but this is going to be for someone here. There could be something here about a connection that you had left behind, that you, with the Five of Pentacles here, something that could have made you feel, uh, unstable or emotionally unsafe or neglected. Something that could have left you feeling cold or numb or yeah, left behind, left out, not not in equal support. Um, okay, it kind of felt like, and if this is in regards to love, like struggle love, like struggling to make it work or make it through or things like that. Something that took a lot more effort and made one feel very drained of resources, very exhausted of, maybe with the Two of Cups, the Knight of Cups, compassion here. It's like all resources have kind of been exhausted in some area when it relates to, in regards to how you relate in connection or how you related to another person or how another person related to you. It seems that there has been some sort of, um, it seems that there has been some sort of clarity brought upon a dynamic of this sort. Um, there has been some sort of judgment call. It's like you're walking away, or you've walked away from something of this sort, and either something new is coming from it, from the clarity of a situation, like in a connection, something new could be coming from it, or uh, like that old pattern, that old dynamic is being washed away, and a new offer is coming in, or a new opportunity, a new connection could be coming in. So it could be a couple things here, but with the Judgment card, it seems that there has been an awakening. There's a surrender. Uh, there's a surrender of some sort of lack. You're being guided. I'm getting this message here that you're being guided. You're being urged to release yourself from lack mentality, especially in the realms of connection, friendship, and romantic specifically. It feels like where you are not meant to. You're meant to be open right now. You're meant to be curious, and you're meant to be like resting and healing. You're not meant to be like forcing or chasing or going after anything. It's kind of just allowing yourself to like naturally, I'd say naturally open up, expand into new perceptions of connection, new values in connection, new the way you prioritize things within connections, or prioritize connections in general, or something of that sort. You're to be open at this time as new energies enter your life, as new perspectives enter your mind, as you experience some sort of new emotions. And there was a very short reading yesterday, which I might end up having to come back to and make a part two for. It was very rushed. But anyways, in there, it was something, it was very strong about an emotional reawakening. So, yeah, there's emotional reawakening. You're experiencing some sort of new feelings. All right, it's allowing you to clearly see something that was very lacking of this ideal in the past. Okay, there's an understanding why something why something could not work here, or could not be fulfilled, or could not be nurtured in the way that it needed to. There's an understanding of something. There's an acceptance here with the Judgment and the Four of Swords. There's clarity seen, judgment called, things assessed, reassessed. All right, and decision made. It's like some sort of choice, but this choice, this decision has to do with the way that way that you feel about something. It's almost like you had two options and how to feel about something. Please let me know if this is resonating, because I don't know what's coming out of my mouth right now. It's like you had two options here, and two options to feel, two ways to feel about something, and it was like, which would be the most which would be the most restful, what would be the most uh, relaxing for the nervous system, instead of getting it worked up, or making it feel depleted, or emptied, or that's the same thing. Depleted or empty, meaning lacking depth, lacking stability, or the option that has the stability, the four, that has the peace, that comes with calm, that comes with enough space to reflect upon things. Hmm. Please let me know if that resonated. I was just channeling there. So yeah. Anyways, there is this beautiful new energy here with the Fool card. This Knight of Cups, this Two of Cups. It's very dreamy. It's very it's lighthearted. It's free. It's open. It's curious. It's expanding. I'm getting like Pisces, but I'm also getting Jupiter. I can't remember which card that would be. Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter and Pisces. I can't recall what card that would be, but yeah, it's very, there's expansion here. There's movement. There's expansion uh, upon world perspective, upon the ability to dream, the concept of having a dream, of expanding into vision. Okay, there's something about vision expansion here. Seeing beyond. We have the Ten of Cups and the Devil in the reverse. So you have really broken some sort of toxic binds or chains, something that held you back, something that was unhealthy, something that was uh, and the Three of Swords behind that. Oh. The Ace of Swords reverse, the Seven of Cups reverse, the Six of Pentacles reverse. So there was some sort of heartbreak here. There's some sort of situation that has ended, and it seems like with another. Um, I mean, this could be in a group setting as well. Ten of Cups, but the Two of Cups. Six of Pentacles. There's something here about the separation of you from another because of some sort of heartbreak, or breaking away from this was heartbreaking in itself. It was something that was heartbreaking. It was something that was unhealthy, that was dependent, that was overbearing, something that was possessive, something that was clinging, something that was of a darker vibration. It lowered the vibration. It took you down a level. It dulled the spark. It became more primal, became more physical than spiritual, or aware, in tune, conscientious. Okay, it was something that dragged the vibration down, that constricted you, that squeezed some of the life out of you, that dulled the flame. Okay, and through means of confusion, of anxiety, through means of this uneven, as that Five of Pentacles was out here. It was uneven give and take. It was a lack of balance. It was unreciprocal. It was non-mutual. It was the equity was not equanimity, whichever word, was not present in this connection. It was something that made you feel very confused, very confused, very lost. Didn't like doubting your own reality, like doubting even your own values or your standards here with the Seven of Cups, doubting your dreams, doubting your reality, doubting what you know about yourself. Okay, this is the way that some sort of toxic connection had influenced you. But we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You've become disillusioned to the fact that there was always going to be a lack of clarity. You became disillusioned to the fact that there was always going that this lack of clarity was always going to be present and cause this pain. It was always going to be something that pulled you back in, that wrapped you back up, that raveled you back in, and it was something that it's not a place that you. It was always back and forth. There was always, maybe with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, it's something that was like at 1 minute it would be like overflowing. It would be very equal. It would be balanced. It would be harmonious. It would be, uh, you know, this is giving like grand gesture versus breadcrumbing, okay? And it would be like this back and forth that always left you feel like you were reeling, always left you feel like high cortisol, anxiety that left you feeling in a survival mode of sorts here. And you've broken away from this with the Devil in the reverse. You've broken away from this heartbreak, and it could be that it's hard leaving this heartbreak behind, leaving this codependency or this dependency, this toxic habit, this addiction, this lower vibration, this darkness, whatever it may have been for you. It could be hard as well leaving this behind, especially if it was a romantic connection or a close platonic friendship. It's a soul bond of some sort that was very, a lot of depth to it. There was a lot of love there. There was a lot of care there. There was a lot of time and energy invested there. So it was something that was heartbreaking. You maybe with the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups, okay, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, you worked very diligently and you put a lot of work. You could have, with the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Eight of Pentacles, you could have carried a lot of the weight of this connection. You did the work. You took your due diligence. The Eight of Pentacles, you worked on a skill within a connection, and it wasn't equal. It seemed as though it was not being reciprocated, and you were having to pull the brunt of something, and this caused you to become emotionally distressed and exhausted. The Three of Swords, you started to realize it was like this painful understanding and this painful revelation that something was not meant to be, was not cut out to be what you wanted it to be. Okay, it was more like it was always going to stay in the Knight of Cups. It was never going to be something grounded in reality. It was never going to be something that followed with practical steps or with a maturity that builds connection. It was always going to be something that just wasn't quite there, and it was always just gestures, empty promises, sweet nothings kind of energy. But now that you've broken away from this, now that you have broken away from that Devil card, Devil in the reverse, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, you chose to put yourself first here. You chose to, despite how painful this was, it was like heartbreak and an energy of betrayal. It was like empty promises. Something was promised to you, and it felt like a betrayal because once you realized that something was never going to live up to some sort of ideal or some sort of, again, empty promise, it felt like a betrayal. It felt like I just gave all my love, my time, my energy, my support, my wisdom, my et cetera, to a situation that was only going to end in pain. Right, and with the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords is like beating a dead horse, right? It's something that you could have had your heart broken in the same kind of way over and over and over again in some sort of connection with another person. Again, friendship or platonic, friendship or romantic, platonic romantic. It was something that was done over and over and over again. It was like beating a dead horse. It was like you have all of these swords in you. Every time that you had, like the Ace of Swords, every time you had an idea to fix something, a solution, every time you had an excuse, every time that you had a new thought pattern, it's something to help nurture, it just ended again. It just ended in the same point. There was inconclusive results. It's like you were always working diligently to nurture something, to see the fruits of something, and it just never came in. It just kept stabbing you. It just kept stabbing you over and over again. And then there was that Six of Pentacles where there was grand gesture or small repair, you know, to make the breadcrumbs seem like progress. Damn. Yeah, the Judgment card. Clarification. All right, and with the Ten of Cups here now, though, we have the Devil card we have the Ten of Cups to clarify that Devil card. Here we have there's a joy, there's abundance, there's belonging, there's harmony, I heard consistency, there's celebration, there's compassion, there's understanding, eye to eye, a familial, a kinship. Okay, there's something like this that is coming into your realm now, where you have the opportunity to, because there has been a toxic pattern cut out. And yes, this does represent, like this, it was represented physically, but at the core, this is something internally, spiritually. I feel like this was big spiritually, especially because of yesterday's, or the last, sorry, not yesterday's, the last short reading, the like 8-minute reading. There was a lot of major arcana. This was something that was very spiritual for you. Like you broke some sort of spiritual like curse or pattern that has been repeating for quite some time. I don't have the moon card, so I won't say generational, but it's something that has been repeating in your own life over and over and over again. It's like you finally have wrapped your head around the big picture of something. You finally understand the lesson, like the karmic lesson behind something that has continued to repeat in your life. And now, and this is like, it's clearing some sort of karmic debt, okay? You've persevered through a lot of this, you know, repeating cycle, repeating pattern, repeating experience in your life. You have persevered through it, always held on to what was right for you, what you deserved, what you believed was for the highest good of yourself and all involved. And you've always kept your vision, held your integrity, aligned with your values. It never, although some sort of situation in the past, this experience that you've broken free from, did try to hold you in that, you kept it aligned within the self. And maybe that's why you had to leave, is because the integrity was being really poked at, right? The vibration was really being brought down, constricted and repressed. Like there's a lot of like it's like suffocation. It's like shh. Like it's like the energy, it feels like there was an energy outside of the self. Now, I'm not saying this is a person. This could be an energy that was working through a human being, right? But there was an energy that wanted to like shove a pillow over your face and like hold it down, you know, like shh. Be quiet. Stop talking. Stop shining. Stop expressing. Stop expanding. Okay, so it's something that you have been able to, it seems like there has been something that you have been able to free yourself from, liberate yourself from the binds of, the chains of, something that was, again, constricting and repressing and suffocating. Okay. We have the Hierophant. It keeps wanting to come out, so I am going to take it out here. There is some sort of, some sort of commitment has been ended, but it looks like there's some sort of commitment with the Six of Wands, some sort of commitment that's taking its place, okay? This could be a focus on something material, the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. This could have to do with routine, schedule, home life. You're implementing something that is more healthy for the self, that feels structured, that feels more traditional, that feels like it's something that, like, if you know that if you stick to it, you commit to it, that it's something that is no doubt going to work out for you, because it's tradition, it's how it goes, it's it's something that's structured and set, super simple. If you eat healthy every day, you're gonna have more energy. You're gonna feel more fueled. It's like that. It could be something small like that, or it could be something like a new job, or a new project, business venture, a new relationship, a new friendship, whatever that might be for you. There is something, there is some sort of opportunity here, commitment here, structure routine to replace that which was lost, that which depleted the self. Okay, there's something building in the present, in the absence of what once was. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. There is some sort of fulfillment that is coming in for you, this emotional fulfillment. More information on this Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, please. More information on the Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups. There's something new. There's new energy that's being like ushered into your field. There's new energy that's being like it's flooding in. It's like you have removed something from your space. You've cut ties with something. You have unraveled some sort of knot, cut ties with something, and so that space is open. And it's like there's this new energy that's rushing in here. Knight of Cups, this new energy that's rushing in, and it's a lot from perspective. It's a lot of like potential, hope, idealism, dreaming and wondering. Okay, but that is also backed by reflection. It's also backed by integrating. It's like you are actively integrating some sort of uplifting perspective, positive, practical approach, optimistic curiosity and planning based on these ideals, these dreams. Okay, you're trying to align your energy with a manifestation goal. Bingo, bingo. That felt like spot on. You're trying to align your energy with a manifestation goal. Okay, so you're taking on this dreaminess here, or this could be like a vision board, like a mood board, a vision board, where people, you get clips from magazines and newspapers and all that, and energies, words, images that align with a life that you would like to have, a job that you would like to have, a relationship you would like to have, something like that. And I had something yesterday come up about altar. So altar, vision board, there's something like a physical structure for your spiritual practice and routine that you are being kind of like suggested, like it's being suggested to you, right? I think that would be, spirit thinks that would be very beneficial for you. Thanks, spirit. I probably should do that. Okay, but you are being asked here as well with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups. You are being asked, and with the Queen of Pentacles, you are being asked to not allow yourself to get stuck in the wallow. Okay, grieving is necessary. Grieving is absolutely necessary. What is not necessary is sitting in that grief and then starting to beat yourself up about the grief, or starting to, what ifs or woulda, coulda, shouldas, or letting your mind loop around the grief and cause it to dull or soak, like drench your this optimistic, uplifting, this energetic, uplifting, enthusiastic perspective and approach to be turned into something solid, something wet and damp and heavy, something, again, that feels constricting but of one's own doing, right? You're to be taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your spirit, okay? Tending to yourself, especially at home, like getting the right sleep, getting some sunlight, getting that vitamin D, getting some exercise. All right, eating foods that fuel your body, to be taking care of yourself in these ways, and also to be putting your money in places that are beneficial and that may build more. Okay, not frivolously spending is the message I'm getting here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Fool card. Okay, you're to be tending at this time, nurturing to what you already have. Okay, and this is especially within the self, in order to strengthen, in order to expand, in order to align with what it is that you would like to align with, some sort of ideal. Okay, anything else? Closing out this message, Spirit, closing out for the collective. Oh, it's the longest one I've done in a while. We have the Star card and the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is advice from Spirit too. Advice for Spirit from Spirit too. Stick to what you believe is right for you, okay? This is majorly about authenticity, okay? This one is authentic in expressing themselves in a very enthusiastic, inspiring way. And this one is not afraid to tell the truth, be honest, say what they need to say to get their message across, okay? And these two together, this is a very empowered, this is kind of an intimidating energy when it comes to the outside perspective, because this is somebody that is very forward, somebody that is very driven, somebody that is very honest, somebody that is very intentional, okay, especially with the star card here. You're being very intentional about your authenticity. It feels like you're being very intentional about your alignment, what is for you and what is not, like understanding. Like you may have many opportunities. The Seven of Cups was out here at some point. You may have many opportunities, but what is truly for you and what is not? There's a need to not deceive the self into what is for the self and what is not. You'll know when something is aligned. You know, your body knows, your mind, your spirit knows, okay? And it's being really authentic in that, being very honest with the self and with the other, okay? And the star card here, there's a lot of healing that's taking place through having this confidence about the self, about one's own decisions, about one's authenticity, about the way you express yourself, about the way that you stand up for yourself, speak up for yourself. A lot about expression. This is expression physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It's exuding. You're exuding some sort of authenticity that's very powerful, okay? That I'm picking up inspiring for a second time. Maybe it's the Fool, maybe it's the Knight of Cups, maybe it's the Nine of Cups. I'm not sure. There's something very inspiring about this very bold, authentic energy, and it's also very healing for you to be embodying this, to be moving through this modality. Okay, it's like living with a strength of spirit. It's letting the spark shine, and it's not being afraid of what may rise against you because of that. It's being very firm in the knowing of oneself, the knowledge of oneself. You left something. Again, you have closed out this cycle with someone that dulled that spark, that tried to make you. Again, it doesn't have to be the person did this, okay? They could have been unconscious. There was an energy working through this person that was attempting to suppress you, to dull that flame, to silence you, suffocate you, to shut you down, for this spark, this confidence, this expression, this honesty, this embodiment. They didn't want you to be embodying this empowerment, this star energy, this light. Okay, maybe it was illuminating. Maybe it was just it was way too illuminating or exposing to this lower vibration. This lower vibrational energy that was working through another person or a situation, okay, an experience. So you are. It seems like you know what you're doing here. Like you've moved away from something intentionally, and now you are intentionally like creating vision and working towards vision and accepting the ending of something and understanding why something had to go or why it went the way it had to go. Like the lesson, it's like you are, and you're integrating as well some sort of dream alongside this. Like you're integrating a lesson and then you are implementing a dream, integrating some sort of dreaminess into your manifestation. Okay, so it's very. It's like you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, or where you want to go, or something you want to create. You have a vision, you have an image, and you're going for it, and it's giving you a lot of emotional fulfillment, or it will be giving you a lot of emotional fulfillment. It's going to be something that is. It's going to be something that is. It makes you feel fun. It makes you feel light. It makes you feel playful. It allows you to feel curious and expand into a new perception of connection. Like it seems like you're becoming very curious about collaboration and getting back out into the world. So, and doing it confidently with knowledge of the self, knowing oneself, and being very proud in the authenticity, not being afraid to be blunt, not being afraid to be well, not blunt, but honest about the authenticity, standing up for oneself, expressing oneself optimism, you know, optimism and honesty, wisdom and creativity, and it's very healing for you. It's very healing for you. So I really hope that this found everyone that it was meant for. I hope it found you in a very open and receptive state. And until next time, guys, I hope to see you again. Please do like, subscribe, share, comment if you feel drawn, and much love. Godspeed. Bye bye.